It's a new year, so what are you going to do different?
Awaken the leader inside. Follow the path of leadership. Never give up. Never stop trying. Get up. Believe in yourself. Not every day is going to be easy, but you got to challenge yourself. You need courage. Be ready. Stop waiting for it to happen. Go make it happen. Harness the power within. You are destined to be a leader. Follow the path of leadership. Awaken the leader inside.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. It's David here from Awaken the Leader Inside. Hey guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode. So it's a new year. It's 2019, right? So should be an amazing year. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about just a few things. So one of them is, it's a new year, so what are you going to do different? And I thought about a lot about this the last couple of weeks just as I prepare for the new year, kind of close out 2018 with a bang and reignited the podcast again, and just kind of where do I want to go, and just kind of going into some really deep thought, trying to figure out what do I want to accomplish, not only with the podcast, but all of the projects that we have going on. And then what do I want to do with this, and kind of just where do I feel myself going this year, and what are my goals? And so I'll tell you this, I'll be honest with you guys. I know like New Year resolutions, there's a lot of mixed feelings about that. And, we should be committed to everything, all the time and yada, yada, yada. I agree with both sides of this kind of conversation, but I really do truly believe that the new year gives us kind of some new hope, right? New hope in that we can start over, we can shake off whatever happened to us last year, and we can just kind of reinvent ourselves. Now, this is what I truly believe in as a leader, is that, granted, it doesn't have to be done in a new year. You can do this at any moment that you feel that you're struggling in your career, or that you feel like you're struggling in your life. You can kind of shake off whatever's happening and try to identify what you can do different. And to begin that journey, you have to identify what you're doing right now that might not be working. This is why I really love talking about a New Year's resolution, or just kind of a new kind of way to look at what you're doing that's effective and what you're not. But as far as a resolution, at least it gives you a starting point. And I think we're kind of all creatures of habits, that we kind of fall into a rhythm, right? We fall into a rhythm of the daily grind and a daily challenge, and we just kind of get stuck in this rhythm. The new year kind of at least breaks it up for us, which I love. And part of like having a New Year's resolution is really trying to figure out what you're going to do different this year, right? And what can you do differently, and how you can stay positive and come up with your goals. So number one, I really truly believe that in order for you to be successful at anything, you've got to come up with a goal. And so I'm curious as I'm on my own journey right now, what will you look back on 2018 and realize that maybe you fell short on a goal? So what would you do different this year to accomplish that goal? And if you do, share it with me. Share it in the comments. Shoot me an email at David@Awaken the Leader Inside. But I kind of want to see the comments. That way other people can see what you're going through as well. And how are you going to take that challenge or let's just say that opportunity that maybe you didn't reach your potential, and what can you do this year? See, I'm a firm believer that in order for you to be successful at something, you kind of have to understand why you're struggling. And I think a lot of people struggle with really being objective. I can personally say I struggled with this podcast the last couple of months because I was simply overwhelmed with all of the things that were going on. Okay, that's a good starting point. At least I know why I struggled. I also know that I lost some passion in this project simply because I was overwhelmed with so many projects. So what should we do different this year? We got to streamline those projects, right? We got to pick those projects that are the most impactful. They're going to have the greatest impact, that are going to get me closer to my own personal goals. And now we got to figure out what we can do different between what happened this year last year in 2018 and what I can do in 2019. So I think it's really important that we look at, when you think about why we struggled reaching our goals, What can you do different? What did you do great? We all had things that we did great and we kicked off projects, or maybe you got your first promotion, or maybe you helped coach someone be successful this year. That's great. Now, how can you use that as kind of a starting point to figure out how to get to the next phase, the next challenge? That's the goal, right? That's the goal for all of us. So share with me what you guys want to do this year. Share with me what you guys are proud of, and also share things that we fell short on. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. The more that we acknowledge our own failures, the quicker you're going to grow, because if you acknowledge a failure and you can grow from it and you can learn from it, then you're already winning, because 90% of the people out there refuse to acknowledge their own shortcomings. How do I know this? Because they blame everyone else for their shortcomings. They blame everyone else for, not getting that promotion. They blame everyone else for, whatever reason they're struggling in life or career. They're going to point the finger. Well, guess what? The reason why we struggle with things in our life is because we refuse to change, and we refuse to be adaptable. And even more so, we refuse to take feedback. Feedback is going to help us grow, but feedback doesn't always have to come from someone else. It can come from within. And the stronger you get at really recognizing your own shortcoming and giving yourself feedback, you're going to grow faster, because now you don't need anybody. You can really internalize and go like, hey, man, I dropped the ball. Like, here, I was given this project and man, I failed. Like, that's it. I struggle with something. Or, hey, maybe I wasn't able to do 100%, but at least, I delivered 75%. I'm not happy with that. So next turn around, I'm going to try something different. Or maybe I'm just going to seek feedback faster, right? So I want you guys just to know that, like, I'm on a journey just like you guys. I'm on a journey to self-discover my own leadership. And I love that the new year gives us new hope and promise. And for me, this year is about staying committed to helping other people. So I'm going to put that out there. Boom. I'm committed to helping other people, and I'm committed to continue to grow with our family channel and be committed to being a great dad. And I'm putting that out there, be a better father and have more fun. That's my final commitment. I am committing to the world that I'm going to have fun. I work hard just like you guys do. I think we work hard and we beat ourselves up because we're not where we want to be all the time. But let's have some fun going out there and kicking butt. Let's have some fun going out there and taking on challenges that we know we're going to get beat up. It's okay. It's okay if we fail. Let's go have some fun. So those are my commitments this year. And so I'm curious to hear what your commitments are going to be as well. The last thing that I'll leave you with is, it's an honor to share this podcast with you guys. It's an honor to be around people that truly believe in leadership and truly believe in self-growth. And I think the biggest challenge is, how are you going to use that to help you grow? So I want to leave you with one final message before I get out of here, because it's a new year. I got stuff to do, right? Just like you guys have stuff to do. But I want to leave you with this. I want you to be comfortable. Be comfortable with dealing with hardships, you guys. This year, I want you to get comfortable feeling uncomfortable. There's nothing wrong with that. But the more comfortable you get, the easier it's going to be for you guys to do something different or take on some challenge. And that's kind of where I'm going with the next one. This year, you've got to take on challenges. So if there's been things that you've wanted to do that maybe you feel uneasy about, or maybe you feel uncomfortable, or maybe just sometimes like you're scared to take the first step, I want you to know that that's normal. Everything that I've ever done, including starting this podcast, including starting these channels on YouTube, I was terrified. I'm still terrified, but you know what? I don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm going to step forward and I'm going to go ahead and take the risk. I want you this year to find something and take the risk. Is it scary? Absolutely. Is it terrifying while you're going through it? Absolutely. Could you possibly fail? Absolutely. Who cares? Because when you walk through that ring of fire, when you end up on the other side, it doesn't really matter whether you were successful. I mean, to some people it does, but what matters is that you found the courage to step through the fire, and that will become the benchmark for you. Everything in life is about understanding benchmarks that are going to help you grow. The toughest one is to figure out how to manage fear. If you want to grow and you want to be explosive this year, you've got to find a way to overcome your fear. year, I will tell you something. You are not born with being fearless. Nobody is. It's through repetition. It's through you getting comfortable. By you taking on challenges, you start to slowly build confidence that you can do something outside of your comfort zone. And then they turn into bigger projects and bigger projects. But fear is at the core of paralyzing us from doing what we need to do, especially if you're trying to do something or maybe get some position that you've never held before. You're gonna have to do something different. And it all starts with acknowledging that fear and saying, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. So if you want to, a perfect analogy, man, if you want to jump out of a plane, that's scary as hell. But once you get out of that plane, you're going to be comfortable doing it again. And so it's just repetition. So I want you guys to share with me, what are you going to do different this year? Who's going to help you do it? Who can you lean on? And most of all, how are you going to keep yourself motivated, guys? Motivation is great. I'm going to tell you this hands down and completely honest. Motivation is great, but it doesn't always last. So what are you going to do when the motivation fades, come February, a month from now, and we get back into our grind and your motivation isn't there? What are you going to do to keep yourself motivated? Who are you going to surround yourself with to help you stay motivated? How are you going to continue to focus on achieving your goals when the motivation's gone? I'll be the first one to say motivation fades quick, but sometimes you got to search, you got to dig, you got to be honest and transparent with yourself when you're not motivated. It's okay. Sometimes we lose our way. How are you going to get back on track? What resources are you going to use to help guide you? Whether it's videos, whether it's, reading books, whatever. I always believe in feeding the mind to keep you on track, or surround yourself with people who are goal orientated and know how to motivate themselves. It is something that you have to learn through a process. It's not always natural for everybody. It wasn't for me. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't, but you learn through trial and error, but you learn by doing. Be action orientated this year, and you can start to change your stars one step at a time. That's all you got. It's all you have to do, man. One step at a time. Keep yourself motivated. Stay on track, set goals, and I expect to hear from you in this year how you're starting to get closer to your goals, or sometimes learning, hey, this wasn't for me. I need to change course completely. I've done it. I've lived it. I've said I've walked away from careers. I just decided, man, I don't want to do that anymore. That's okay. Just make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have a plan B. And, we'll see how it goes this year. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys sticking with me, even though I was gone for a few months. And I'm hoping to be there and hear, some great success stories, but be there for you if you need me. Email me at David@Awaken the Leader Inside. You can find us on Facebook, Awaken the Leader Inside 1. Twitter, Instagram, at Awaken the Leader. I'll put all the links and all that good stuff. Stay tuned, you guys. I'm excited about 2019. We're going to go out. We're going to rock this year. We're going to make it happen, and we're going to grow as leaders. And most of all, we're going to do it together. Always remember, awaken the leader inside. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay tuned. Talk to you later. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that little bell on the top, right? Now it's time to get to work, and let's make it happen.